Hello everyone and welcome to my bold and beautiful Today Update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ridge refuses possible life. Saving treatment at Eric's house. Bridget called the sanitarium and asked to speak to my nanny regarding Eric Forrester. Hope and Steffi sat together on the lounge with Katie and Carter, huddled hard. Zindan, Thomas, and Thorne stood by the K's as Luna and Jarjay, rooted by the fireplace. Bridget informed the group that Eric had been admitted to the sanitarium, but had not recaptured knowledge. Thorne and Thomas decided to go to the sanitarium, but Bridget to work on Eric. Steffi uttered that it could not be it for Eric. Hope touched Steffi's hand. Bridget said Eric's palpitation was naughty, and it did not look good. Near the frontal door, latterly, Steffi still could not reach Finn and decided to go to the sanitarium. As time wore on, everyone grew restless, but Bridget kept asking them to stay, and supplicate RJ asserted that the party had been a bad idea and Eric should have been conserving energy. Hope replied that Eric had been happy and girdled by family just as he would wanted. Carter admitted that he had been bothered about Eric when Eric had learned he had not won the challenge. RJ reasoned that Ridge had given up a lot to make Eric's palm be, and rather feeling betrayed, Eric had realized how important his son had offered for him. People staying at the manse all bandied how Eric had felt, realizing they knew his secret, and they concluded that Eric was always hard to read. Still, he would been laughing before he would collapsed. Through the time passed, and Thorne blubbed. He said it could not be his father's last night alive. It just couldn't. Everyone grew anxious about going to the sanitarium again, but Bridget reined them back by IRJ, asked what she allowed Eric's chances were, and she said she did not suppose there was anything the Krogers could do. Hope asked Thomas how they'd break the news to Douglas. Thomas hoped that there would be no news to break because the Krogers would help Eric. She asked what would be if the Krogers could not help. Thomas said they'd get through it together. At the sanitarium, the exigency room, Croker plotted to keep a frantic Donna out of the treatment room as the staff wheeled Eric into it. She blubbed, saying she was Eric's mate, and she asked if he would make it. Donna cried and supplicated for a phenomenon. After a while, Brooke and Ridge met Donna, and Ridge asked if Eric would survive. The Croker said they were doing all they could, but Eric's condition was extremely critical. The Croker allowed Donna, Ridge, and Brooke in to see Eric. Donna held his hand, contending with him to come back to her. She said she demanded him, and she kissed him. Donna walked down. Blubbing and Brooke sat beside Eric. She told him that they went way back and had created an inconceivable bond. She could not imagine him gone. She stated that he would been beside her, backing her, and she would do the same for him. She prompted him to keep on. He assumed Eric had not wanted crying and had his bedside. Or pity. Well, this is not pity, this is love, and you brought it on yourself. The great Eric Forrester, my dad, my friend. Latterly, Ridge was alone with Eric, recalling a family trip to Ireland. Ridge had gotten lost in some forest land. The ground had given way, and he would fallen down a hill. He would cried out in pain, and it had rained and gotten dark. Ridge had heard rustling in the backwoods, and had closed his eyes to stay for the wolf to get him. Rather, he would heard Eric saying, "I got you, son." Eric whisked Ridge down, and Ridge did not indeed know how Eric had known where he would been. Ridge said Eric had come his superhero that day. Ridge stated that he had not wanted Eric out of the company. He would just wanted Eric to enjoy his withdrawal. Ridge admitted that seeing Eric behind the office with his stapler had made Eric into Ridge's superhero each over again. He said Eric had tutored him everything he knew about design. Being a man, a father, and a friend, Ridge decided that Eric had lived a good life. Full of gashes, Ridge assured Eric that his family would be fine and Eric could go if he wanted to go. Steffi arrived, and the nanny informed her that there had not been any advancements. Finn called to her, and she asked if Finn had seen Eric, and if Eric had a chance. Finn wished he could give her an answer. Though Finn did not know with certainty, there was commodity he would been working on for Eric that Finn felt she demanded to know about. Finn revealed that he would been working on a treatment ever since he would learned about Eric's condition. Steffi asked if that was why Finn had been working all those late nights for weeks. She asked if Finn had set up a way to save Eric. Donna, Ridge, and Brooke approached, and Steffi blazoned that Finn had been working on a treatment experimental and slice edge. Eric was not his first choice, and since Eric's condition was extremely grave, there were no guarantees. Finn, who'd been consumed with Eric's case for several weeks, bared that he would set up a treatment, but it was a big threat. Ridge asked what it was, and Finn said it was a new blood. sanctification technology, and along with a transplant, it could make a difference for Eric. Donna asked if it was painful. Finn said there would be discomfort and a long road to recovery. Ensign added that he would spoken to Toadstocky, Colby, who'd given Finn the case. Finn asked if Ridge, who had the medical power of attorney, wanted to pursue it. Finn asked if they'd pursue treatment with an uncertain outgrowth or transfer Eric to console care and let him go. After a long pause, Ridge stated that he loved his father too important to put Eric through all that. "We gotta let him go. Let him die in peace," Ridge said to everyone's amazement. With Ridge, the bold and the beautiful rearmost spoilers suggest that there's trouble brewing in the Forrester family. Suckers know that Eric is facing a serious illness, and Forrester Creations is quiet without some family members. Marcus among the missing is Rick Forrester, an important figure in the Forrester heritage. Spoilers suggest that his absence in the wake of his father's deteriorating health may not just be a bare oversight. Enterprises run replete that Rick's rejection from the Circle could give rise to a new conflict, bringing back the old feud between him and his family Ridge. But suckers wonder way out about his Patere's condition, late lead to a storm of hard passions and wrathfulness. Let's cave in and find out. The bold and the beautiful Ricks and Ridge lock cornucopia's Rick Forrester. A big part of the Forrester family is nowhere to be set up when his Patere is going through a tough time. Eric is really sick and his favored bones are each around, telling him to hear to his croakers. But Eric wants to handle it alone, making everyone close to him upset. In the middle of all this, the bold and the beautiful suckers are wondering, where is Rick? With other Forresters, including Bridget and Thorne, making their way into city, it's weird that Rick is not in the Circle. Suckers wonder why no. Bone told Rick about his Rick, who shares a close bond with his father, would really want to be by Eric's side during what could be his last weeks alive. Despite history, conflicts, and family pressures, the silence girding Rick's rejection raises eyebrows. Why hasn't he been brought back into the fold? The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest that if Rick finds out about his pater being sick too late, effects could get explosive, starting a big fight with his family, drawing parallels to real-life royal stock dynamics. The Forrester sisters' relationship glasses that of Prince William and Prince Harry. Just as the royal siblings have endured their share of bad blood, so too have Rick and Ridge. However, it could be as big as the fights between the British out his pater sick too late. In the complex twist of family drama, Ridge might be choosing not to tell Rick, just like Prince William did with Prince Harry. But just like Harry felt left out before Queen Elizabeth failed, Rick seems left out in this. As Eric, the big shot in the fashion world, might be taking his last breath, the big question is, will Rick come back in time to make up with his sick pater, or will his absence start a big fight in the Forrester family? Only time will tell, so stick around to Substantiation, a big family showdown that could change the Forrester family ever. Also, keep your dial locked on television season. Spoilers for all the Armost scoops on the bold and the beautiful